I'm finally back from my trip with Mystery Man, so let's do a recap on how the last week went. And I know every time I go on a trip, I say this was the best trip of my life, but honestly, this one might have taken one of the top spots. I got to experience so much with him, his friends, his family, and also like emotionally, physically, visually. I literally got the full experience of California. I know someone in his family is probably watching this, so I just want to give a big thank you because honestly, they made this trip so memorable. Like, they were the best hosts ever. I intruded on a lot, from family dinners to birthday parties to a funeral gathering. I really did experience a lot in this last week with them. I went from Northern California and Tahoe all the way down to Palm Desert. I got to see Santa Cruz. I got to see Newport. I went over the Golden Gate Bridge. So just based off that, I don't even know where to start, but if we start with the first night, he picked me up, immediately got out, opened my door, got my bags, got me flowers, and started talking to this old guy next to us. So right away, based off that, I knew it was going to be a great week because we both are not awkward people whatsoever. So I was like, even if we don't end up liking each other, it's going to be fun. So whenever it's later at night, we're on our way home, we're talking, and then he was like, yo, is it fine if I pick up my little cousin, Renner? Sorry to break it to you, Renner is not Mystery Man. So we pick him up and, you know, just shout out to you, Renner. That's all I'm going to say. We have a bonfire with his brother, Renner, and then one of his girl best friends, and it was a really chill night. It was a good night. I got into my guest room. He got me a whole little thing of presents. And then the next morning, we got up early and drove to Santa Cruz. By the way, if you want to see all this, I vlogged it all. It'll be on my YouTube by like tomorrow or the next day. And me and him also filmed a Q&A, so I guess you'll get to see who it is if you subscribe to my YouTube. Got to do so much sightseeing, and we ended up picking up his friend who was coming with us to Lake Tahoe. And then we went out to dinner with his family for his mom's birthday. I got her a little necklace, and we went out to sushi, which I never really had before, but I did try it. And the next day we packed up and went to Tahoe and stayed with his friend group and went snowboarding. I love snowboarding. They're really good, so it was really fun. So we celebrated New Year's at Tahoe, which was so fun. Yes, he was my New Year's kiss. Then we went back home. We also played a lot of pickleball. He introduced me to the casino. There were a lot of firsts this trip. Really, I got to meet some of his closest friends. I got to meet a lot of the extended family, and then the next day we packed up and drove like 8 hours all the way down to Palm Desert. I literally slept the whole way there because I was so tired from the last like 3 or 4 days. I don't even know at this point. They all blend together. But I will be honest, at this point, I did really like him. When you spend day and night with someone like non-stop for a week straight, I feel like you get to know them really fast. Not to mention, we did click pretty fast, and we do have a very similar sense of humor. Then the last few days we spent in Palm Desert, or like Newport Beach area. We ended up having a little celebration of life for his grandpa. I got to meet more of his family. We got to go orange picking down there. We did some outlet shopping. I got to try his dad's favorite Black Bear Diner and a date shake. Honestly, the week-long trip felt like a month. I felt like I got to know him and his family very fast, but I was with them at all times almost. So yeah, and it also worked out perfect because his sister and his sister's boyfriend had a flight at almost the same time I did yesterday, so we ended up going to the airport together. They got me to my gate. He has a trip for Utah booked on the 30th of this month, and he asked me if I wanted to go, so of course I said yes. So I'll be seeing him in like 3 weeks. I figured it's all very fair to share this all with you because I've kind of been leaving you guys on a cliff for the last week. That was not my intention, but I genuinely was having so much fun with him and his family. I was not thinking about social media, and I didn't want it to turn into this clout thing because I'll be honest, I do like him. I think me and him have a lot of similarities and we can relate to a lot, so I haven't really talked about it much on here because if I want something genuine, it's probably not going to be all over social media. I think putting the good stuff on social media is fine, but definitely learning from past mistakes. Like, if you want something with someone, you probably shouldn't put it on social media right away. I will, just because I didn't know where this would go. We definitely will keep talking and see where this goes. If you guys want to see who it is or watch our Q&A together, it'll be on my YouTube channel. So yeah, that's my update. It was one of the best weeks ever. I had so much fun, and I can't wait to see him or his family again. Thanks for worrying about me on this trip. I gotta go get my nails done, so I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you enjoyed this little story time. So peace out. Love you. Bye.